Hello everyone. Today we are going to do about what is separation techniques and what are different types of separation techniques. So separation techniques are basically used in the chemistry experiments. When you do certain experiments in chemistry, how do you separate different type of elements through any substance or something like that. So first of all, in separation technique there is something like homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous, air is a homogeneous mixture and a heterogeneous mixture, oil in water is a heterogeneous mixture. Now what is the difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous? Homogeneous, we can't see the particles in the homogeneous. So there are many particles in air but we can't see them directly. So that it's called homogeneous mixture. And heterogeneous is like something you can see it with your eyes. There are two elements in one substance and you can see with your eye. So for example, here I have oil and water. If I mix it, still I can see that oil is over here, as you can see in the bubble form, and water is here. So there are just two substances in this water, but I can see it differently. So it is called heterogeneous mixture. So now you got it, what is heterogeneous and homogeneous. Now let's start with the separation, different type of separation techniques. So it's something like threshing, hand picking, sieving, billowing, evaporation, filtration, sedimentation, separating funnel, and magnetic separation. These are all the separation techniques. I will show you all separating techniques with an experiment. So threshing. First of all, what is threshing? This method is mostly done during the harvesting of crops. Normally, the stalks of wheat are dyed once it is harvested. The grain then separated from the stalks are grounded into the flour by beating the dry stalks at the shake of dyed grains. Now, right now I don't have a stalk of wheat so I can show you. But here, as you know, there is a plant called tulsi. So I have some seeds of that which is formed like this. So basically what you do is, when you do this, you can see the seeds coming out of it. So imagine this is a stalk of wheat and seeds coming out of it. So when I do this, as you can see, many seeds come out of it. So this is the way how threshing is done, and this is called a separation technique. You separated the two parts, so the wheat and the stalk. From the stalk you separated the wheat. Now second technique is hand picking. The process used to separate straightly large particles from the mixture by hand is called hand picking. This method is mostly done during the harvesting of crops. Normally, the stalks of the wheat are dyed once it harvested. The grain and the separation of the stalks and grounded into flour by beating the stalks, shake the dyed ones, or another example could be stone pieces separated from a wheat or rice by hand picking. So over here I have some rice, as you can see. Here are some rice. Now you can clearly see, I can see some stones over here. So I can hand pick them. I am using my hands to pick them. So this separation technique is called hand picking, because I can easily pick it from my hand. Like this. I can easily pick it from that. Now the third is sieving. Sieving is a simple technique for separating particles of different sizes, such as used for sifting flour as very small holes. Across the particles separated or broken up by grinding against another and seen opening. Sieves are also used to separate stones from the sand. So over here I am going to tell you what is sieving. So basically, you can see here, I can show you a separation technique. Here I have some tea leaves, as you can see. when I kept in the water. Now I'm mixing it. Now this is all mixed, but I want to separate this. So how will I do? As you can see, that water came out of it, and now tea leaves are in the glass. So this is called a separation technique. This separation technique is called sieving, because we are sieving the. Now, next technique is winnowing. Winnowing, when the grains are collected from a process of threshing, it needs to be cleared out of husks and sheaves before it turned into flour. Normally, the separation of mixtures is carried out with the help of wind or blowing the air. So basically, winnowing is kind of, here I have some peanuts, and these are the peels of peanuts. So when I blow it, so this all came out of it. So now it got separated because all the peels came out of it, and now I have a full peanut. So this is also called another separation technique, which is known as winnowing. Then another technique is evaporation. Evaporation is the technique that is used in separation mixture, usually a solution or a solvent and a insoluble solid. In this method, the soluble is heated until the stew evaporates, where it is turned into gas, mostly leaves behind a solid result. For example, preparation of salt crystals from seawater. But now here I don't have seawater, so I can't show you that. But another experiment over here we can do is, when I put this sand into water and mix it well, all the water will get evaporated from the sun, and then it will leave the sand behind it. So we separated the two types of substance. Now let's go to filtration. The most common method of separating a liquid from an insoluble solid is called filtration. Take for example a mixture of sand and water. Filtration is used here to remove solid particles from the liquid. Various filtration are normally used like filtration paper or other materials. Right now I don't have a filtered paper, but as you know, like nowadays we have ROs and aquaguards in our house which purifies the water. So there is something like filter. There are many filters. Right now I have this one. So it got filtered and then it comes out. So it is also called a filtration technique. Now next is sedimentation. Sedimentation is a process of settling down of heavier particles present in a liquid mixture. For example, in a mixture of sand and water, and it settles down at the bottom. This is a sedimentation. As you can see, just before a minute ago, we mixed water and sand. Now you can see the water is above and you can see the sand below. So when you wait to become it stationary, then the all sand will come into bottom and the water is here. If you are here, you can definitely see the color shades between it. The water at the very top level is quite whiter compared to the bottom water. So this is called a process of sedimentation. You can separate water and sand again. Now another technique is separating funnel. Separating funnel is used to separate two insoluble liquids. For example, liquid that do not mix. The separation is based on different densities of two liquids. Example, separation of kerosene and water. Now over here, this is full depends on the density, but I don't have kerosene right now. But you can take oil and water. So I have water, I showed you in the starting. This is oil and water. See, you can see that the water, because of oil's density more, the water, you can see the oil on the top. As you can see the bubble, it's so much oil here, but you can see the two particles differently and you can separate it. So again, this is an heterogeneous mixture because you can see the different particles in it. Okay. Now the last separation technique is magnetic separation. Magnetic separation is a process of separating compounds of a mixture by using magnets to attract magnet materials. So over here, as you can see, you can take any material, solid material or liquid material. Right now I have some magnets. I will completely to hide them into soil, and I have another. I have hide the metal in the soil. As you can see, even you can't take it. Now I have some magnet in my hand. So when I do this, we will attract it. See, you can see it. This all came. So you can separate magnets by the magnetic separation technique. So this all are the separation techniques which you use into chemistry mostly, and also in your real life, as you saw over here, like we are blowing, so we blow. So sometimes for cooking we need just peanuts, not. So we use this all techniques also daily, but mostly in chemistry. So this all techniques are very important, and these are some. We also know what is known, that what is homogeneous and heterogeneous. So this was a video about separation technique. I hope you like my video. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.